Okay, check this out. This is a little baby chicken. And if you've got a little bit of wisdom, if you've got a little bit of time and a little bit of love, you can save something's life. So Mark's going to tell you in a sec what the story is of this little guy yesterday who shouldn't have made this, of course, if we didn't intervene. So he'll tell you the story, but look at how cute this little guy is. And just yesterday, he was rolling back in his head. Come on, little guy. And dehydrated, super cold. And like I said, it's not just having a little love. If we didn't do anything to help this little guy out, then he would have died for sure. His brother died that was next to him. And this little guy, we not fed him, but we gave him water because he was cold. We held him in our hands, brought him back to a little bit of life. I put him under a heat lamp. And then Mark and I spent about 30 minutes with him. Go on my fingers. Come on. And I had to give him water. And he was rolling his eyes back, and he was going to die. If we didn't intervene and spend the time and knew what to do, just a little bit. Remember, just give him a little bit of warmth because he was super cold. Okay? And not only that, now, look, he knows me. Hey, look at that. And I'm his little mommy and daddy. And I'm not sure if he's a rooster or if he's a female, but okay, look at how beautiful that creature is. And like I said yesterday, he was going to die.
Yeah, it was doing the death gag, couldn't stand up, it was wobbling and twitching. I thought for sure that it was on its way out. The day before yesterday, actually, when I found it.
Look at the colors on him. And in Hawaii, these birds, unless the mom protects them, the mongoose here eat every one. So this guy's got a lot of luck going right now. So he's going to live in my office now, and we're going to do some videos day to day, maybe week to week. We'll see.
Yeah.
And
the progress.
And we'll go ahead and show you how a little bit of love. Now remember, I'm his mommy or his daddy, but I'm going to take care of him just like, of course, you take care of any little baby, you bottle feed them or anything, and these animals become a part of you. And they will never, ever, ever be this way, okay, like as far as being like the most motherly loving, unless you get them from a little baby.
Look at how it's just thriving. And it's like it's got a personality now. He just seems so full of life. And when I first found him, I didn't think it had a chance, and I was thinking, gosh dang, I got so much work to do, I'm busy, it's probably not going to make it, but I'm glad that we took the time and effort, because look at this.
Little guy.
Cutest little thing in the world.
What a sweetie.
It's got a personality, it's got toot, it's like
and he's totally comfortable with me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've done this many times before. If you put the time into an animal that you know is going to die, and I just, over time, have known that you have to do a few simple things. You have to get them a little bit warm again, and you have to give them some love, for sure. And I massaged them a little bit, and
that's what made the difference. It was not only the water first, but it was the contact, it was the interaction, it was the...
Putting them in our hands, remember? We held them for like 15 minutes.
Now this chicken is going to bond so much to where it's just going to follow him everywhere. And it will probably end up be a perch on his hand all the time, even when it's grown up.
Let's see.
But the bond is there, and yeah, it's very, very satisfying to take something that was near dead and now just look at it thriving and full of life. It's amazing. But the long story short is that its mother abandoned it and its sibling, and I thought that chirping that I was hearing in the warehouse was its other brothers and sisters, that its mother was out, 9 of them to be exact, out there on the farm. And I would see the mother out there taking care of the 9, showing them how to be chickens and scratching and doing all that stuff. But I'd heard some calling, and a good thing I had to go into the warehouse looking for some tools, and I started calling back. I thought, wait a minute, where's the rest of them? There's only this one little chirping. So I looked underneath the very bottom of the shelf, and there it was in this light casing, and its sibling was already dead. So I picked him up, and of course how can you not?
He's
No
got
matter
such a
how
little personality.
busy that you are to try to save it.
I
And
put,
this
yeah,
is what happened.
yeah. You put your hand in the tank, and we'll feed him right now. I got him a couple of worms. Hopefully, they didn't crawl out yet. And like I said yesterday, remember, his eyes were rolling back. He was dying, and now look at the strength, okay, of these animals that have the will and the energy to be able to survive.
I'm calling us the two godfathers now.
Whoops.
Rob.
That's the first time he ever flew. Okay, so let's put him back
Back in his little home.
in his little home.
He's got his water, his food, his little chick food. I don't know if they call him Chico or Pete. Petey or...
Yeah, we
If it's
don't.
a boy or a girl yet.
We don't know if he's a boy or a girl. Watch this. Look what I got for you.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Oh yeah. This comes naturally.
It's like a snake.
What an instinct. It's a program right into them. They know.
Get him.
So I was watching the mother do with the 9 babies that she had out there on the farm, scratching the ground, and then letting the babies peck at stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, no, he was snapping them up last night. Let's see.
Guess he's not that hungry. At least he's well fed.
There we go.
Well fed. Yeah, that's a ball of worms.
You want that one? Oh, come on. There you go. How about that? Woohoo! They're like snakes.
I just ran off with it. Look at that. He just ran off with it over there.
He swallowed it whole. He just put it in his mouth, and he leans his head back, and he just swallows it straight down.
Worms is going to grow real fast.
Look at him go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo!
They're spoiled now. The two godfathers spoiling their baby chick. Anyways, it's great. It feels really good to bring something back from near death. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Especially when they're cute as that. I mean, how do you get cuter than that?
Let me do a little
All right,
video from the inside here.
there's-
And here's the guy who you were talking to. That's Marcus Daniels, and he helps run this whole 3 farms
whole
here.
menagerie.
Okay, and it is a menagerie, that's for sure. So daily, what happens is that we feed the animals, and we've got this is a wild chicken. This was one of ours. So the chickens, they just lay eggs anywhere, and she laid eggs in the warehouse, and Mark's been watching her. But again, look at how you want this other one. Oh, you still got something stuck in your mouth. So we'll do some videos and see. There you go. See if you can get these guys.
This Friday, maybe next Friday. We'll see each week how it grows. But it's definitely it's getting a lot of love and caring. That's for sure.
Here you go. Okay, here we go. One last worm. Here, you want this one? There it goes. With a little, like I said, a little bit of wisdom. So this happened to a human being or anything else. Remember, you got to get people back to warmth again so their system can start to wake up. And a lot of times, water's what just turns their system on just a little bit. And so he was super dehydrated. And of course, he didn't have his mama. So there you go. A little bit of not a love story, but a happy story. And it's going to turn into a love story because all of a sudden I'm going to get attached. We're going to get attached to this guy. That's the big part of when you have a little baby and you feed them from just tiny. Like all my sheep, I couldn't eat any of those. Okay, I can't even really give them away because each one of them I know so good, and they're just little friends, but they're part of the family. There he goes, the worm man. Okay, so we'll do video maybe. We'll see what. He's going to be domesticated, but he's going to go ahead and be in my world, and we'll see what things that he'll or she want.
Another worm.
Yeah, no, he got another one, or she. Got one more over here, buddy. Right here.
He's well fed. We can't overfeed him, though. That's the thing. That's another thing. Can't overfeed him.
No, they free feed. They eat what they want. They can't overfeed. All they do is poop. There you go.
Almost 10 minutes now.
Okay,
All right,
last.
roll.
Okay, we'll see it. There we go. Oh, last worm. Again, the miracle of life. And this might be something good for you to do. You can get yourself a little incubator, buy yourself a few fertile eggs, or just even one, just so you could go ahead and just hatch it from birth and do the same thing. This is what people need. Okay, it's a little bit of nurturing in their life, and you can get it by nurturing other things. So this is the beautiful part of having animals, is because they will give you more joy, bliss, and happiness than any person ever can. People can, but it's not unconditional. And when you bond with these guys so beautifully, this is what happens, that they become your best friend. Like they say, a dog's best friend. How about a pig's best friend, right? If you raise those little piggies, you've heard of a lot of people, and I've had them myself. My little piggy, Nanu, I got her the same way. She's an orphan. So this is an orphan. And if we didn't have the time, and I didn't have a little wisdom, and I didn't I put down a lot of water down her throat, and then shook her back and forth, and I was blowing on her just to revive her. And like I said, her head was rolling back, or his head was rolling back and forth. And a little bit of luck, and look at this miracle. He's still chewing on that guy. Got him. Get him, buddy. Oh, pull on that thing. And how do they know how to eat? Remember, when a chicken is born, the mom only protects it. That's it. It only protects it. It doesn't feed it. It's not like a regular bird. And chickens, remember, have a lot of eggs. Okay? A lot of eggs. And so if they want to take care of them, that's one thing. But a lot of chickens just lay eggs and run. So these are wild chickens. No one owns them. There's hundreds of chickens all over Hawaii here. They just breed, and nothing really eats them. But the mongoose will eat the babies, but they won't eat the adults. So mom, if she has a clutch of like 10, if she's lucky to raise 2 of them out of the 10, oh, there he is, like an eagle eating a snake. If she can raise 2 out of the 10, because the mongoose will get eaten, she can only protect them so good, and the father does protect them for sure. Okay, but we're saving this guy's not only life, because once they get bigger, then they're easy, because the mongoose can't get them. But otherwise, outside, this guy would last 10 minutes, couple chirps, and then what happens is everybody that hears these chirps, they know that's food. Okay, those are the mongoose here. And I've done a video on the mongoose. You haven't seen that one. The most vicious little, I can call them pests, because they are. Okay, they just are destructive in Hawaii. Watch that video. Okay, here we go. What a beautiful thing. Do a yoga stretch for us. He was doing some good stretches yesterday. Or she. He's got a little, yesterday had a cross on the top of his head too, like a little crucifix. Let's see if we can just zoom in right there. Right on the top of his head. Come here, buddy. Okay, anyways, there we go. And show you his little, and this is my my workstation, and there's Hodo right there. You can see, what's up, Hodo? He watches me all day here. What's up? You want to say something? What do you think? Taking some pictures. And here's all my crazy pictures in the office here when I used to do a lot of sport fishing. Look at that big black marlin. That's my daughter right there, her first trout over at Lake Arrowhead. What a stud trout, right? There's tuna. There's my Nunu, my grandfather. It's my father's father. Caught a nice shark there. And that's me battling like a 100-pound plus tuna right there. And another marlin. And here's my best friend here. He's not here anymore, but that's Pedro Abrego. What a stud. And so he watches over me every day, because he used to run all my farms for 30 years. And he passed away just recently. But there we go. Just a couple last pictures. See different pictures of my children on the boat. Me in Alaska with Ken Watson, old friend. Look at that big black sea bass, like 180 pounds, something like that. There's another huge tuna coming up. I used to do a lot of tuna fishing, go on the boat every year. That's a wahoo, the fastest fish in the ocean, goes like 70-mile-an-hour spurts. That's an island we went to called Clipperton Island. And I love to study a lot of stuff. So you can see, we've got a lot of really weird creatures up here. The black emperor scorpion, a lot of different types of beetles, and super poisonous spiders like this bird spider right here. And look at that guy, the praying mantis. Centipede, I got bit by one of those a couple weeks ago on the foot. Man, that hurt. And that's me when I was about 7 years old, fishing right there. So I've been fishing all my life. Okay, there's some of the family cigars that they make. Okay, there we go. Show you just outside. Beautiful day. Super windy today out there though, but beautiful. You can see the whitecaps out there. Super nice. Okay guys, we'll see you, and stay tuned on the next video when you see whatever. We'll find out if he's a rooster or if it's a she or a he. Right now it's a shim, so we'll keep you posted. Aloha, and what a beautiful day. We'll see you.